Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we're going to be talking about some ways that I think the developers would be able to really help out both their game and their community. And without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and talk about that exact subject while we explore one of the new and upcoming Season 9 maps in the brand new Blizzard JW40, which is a console-compatible and, as of now, available on console Jeep JL Wrangler. So let's go ahead and fire it up, head out onto our adventure, and get this conversation started. This thing sounds really good too. So now, setting off. Now, one of the biggest things, and y'all may have heard me talk about this in my previous video if you watched that one, but one of the things that I mentioned in my last video was how in the Season 9 release date announcement, the developers ended up having a lot of people in their comments saying, well, why, like, basically saying things like, well, why are you releasing this DLC when you need to fix the multiplayer? I can't connect to my friends. I can't, you know, like, it's giving me a bunch of errors whenever I try to play multiplayer. The game doesn't work in multiplayer, and, you know, like, multiplayer is broken, and why aren't you fixing this? Now, here's the thing. Ever since about Season 7, consoles and Xbox consoles in particular have been having some very strange issues with multiplayer. Now, that's not to say that PC doesn't have any multiplayer issues. I mean, PC has had issues in the past, but it seems that what I've heard from the community is that the Xbox consoles in particular, some PlayStation as well, but mostly Xbox consoles ever since Season 7 have been seeing some pretty catastrophic multiplayer connectivity issues. Now, I'm really hoping that the developers really take notice of this and dive deeper into the solutions, but fortunately, the developers actually said in one of their recent technical updates that the Season 9 update, or rather the update that will come to the game with the Season 9 DLC, hopes to address a lot of these multiplayer connectivity issues that have been present with the Xbox consoles in particular. Now, I'm really hoping that that's the case because a lot of people that play SnowRunner play it in multiplayer with their friends. Now, whether that means playing objective-based campaign maps or playing, you know, multiplayer adventure maps or like overlanding maps or trail riding maps with friends, whatever the case may be, a lot of people either play this game with friends or deliberately bought this game to play it with their friends. And when the ability to play this game with your friends is kind of pulled away by a multiplayer system that doesn't work, it becomes hard to play the game. And I don't say that from a place of not liking the game. I love this game. I've been playing it since before launch, and I've been playing this series since long before the launch of SnowRunner. I've been playing this series since the Spin Tires tech demo, then into the full release of Spin Tires, then into the full release of MudRunner, then into the full release of MudRunner American Wilds, and so on and so forth. And can we seriously not make it up this rock? Are you serious? Oh my god. All right. That's a little bit trickier than I thought. I didn't think that rock was going to be that slick. Come on. There we go. Just needed a slightly different line. But back to what I was saying before, is that the multiplayer, I don't really know why this game has had a weird up and down in terms of multiplayer working and like working or not working, but it's definitely something that I would like to see get addressed. That was super sketch. I'm surprised we don't have any body damage after that. Holy smokes, that was like right on the edge of being absolutely catastrophic. But back to what I was saying previously, I think that, you know, especially with all of the great maps that we see come to this game and the great maps that we've been seeing dropping in the game lately, especially on consoles, I mean, you're talking about maps like Outback Overlanding, right? Outback Overlanding is a million times better when you actually explore it with friends. However, if the multiplayer in the game isn't going to allow you to explore it with friends, then how are you going to go about doing it, right? How are you going to go about actually exploring that map with friends if the multiplayer doesn't do what you need it to do in the sense of, well, working? And when the multiplayer doesn't work in the way it's designed to, people are going to get upset. And I think that that's what we're seeing now from some people in the community, especially people on Xbox, is that they're going to play the game with their friends, and then it's giving them error codes and not allowing them to connect and this, that, and the other. And instead of, you know, Like, obviously, you know, you could think to yourself, well, maybe, you know, maybe wait till the next update to try to play multiplayer, but a lot of people don't want to have to wait till the next update to play multiplayer with their friends. They see the multiplayer co-op tab on the main menu, and they want to be able to use it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with people seeing an option on a menu and wanting to use it. You know, I can see both sides of the, you know, not necessarily both sides of it, but, you know, there are some people that are like, this option is on the menu and I should be able to use it. And I 100% understand that viewpoint. And there's other people that are like, well, you know, yes, that option is on the menu, but you really should be being patient for the developers to fix it instead of getting upset about it. And I don't fully agree with that, because I'm like, if you're gonna put a feature in your game, it should work. You know what I mean? Like, if you put a feature in your game and the feature doesn't work, then why is the feature there? Like, this game has been out for a while. Like, features as simple as multiplayer shouldn't be under construction, right? Now, I'm not just ranting about this to rant about it. I'm saying these things because this game, the majority of the people that play it, and now granted, I don't know if I could say the majority of the people because, you know, I'm not looking at, you know, full-on statistics, but this is a educated guess. The majority of the people that are playing this game do, to some degree, want to play it with their friends. Now, I'm sure there is a part of the community that is not interested in playing multiplayer at all, and, you know, this doesn't affect them, and that's fine. But there's a large portion of this community that does want to play the game with their friends, and when they're not able to do that, it detracts from the experience in a very, very serious way. And it removes their ability to just kick back and enjoy these beautiful environments that the devs have created with their, you know, with their friends, and in ways that create new memories within the game. Because while single player is fun, you're gonna create way more amazing memories in this game in multiplayer. And that's not to say that the single player is bad. That's not to say that the single player is not entertaining. It's just to say that the game becomes so much more alive when you get the chance to play it in multiplayer with your friends, and when you get the chance to enjoy these maps and these missions with others, and you get to share these adventures. And that's one of the biggest parts of this game, is sharing these adventures with other people, because oh my god, that was deep. Whoa! Side note, I did not expect that in any capacity. Holy crap, that was gnarly. That was absolutely nuts. Also, I'm about to roll over. Can we not? Thank you. But like I was saying, one of the reasons I think this game appeals to so many people is because not only does it allow you to enjoy going off-roading, but it allows you to enjoy it with your friends, and especially if they're friends that maybe you drive off-road with in real life. Maybe, you know, maybe you have friends that, you know, you and your friends dream of having your own off-road rigs someday, but maybe you don't have them yet, and you use this game as a way to kind of get those experiences of off-roading together. And I think that that's one of the most beautiful aspects of this game, but those aspects of this game don't really work if, well, if the multiplayer doesn't work. And the multiplayer, dude, like, I'm really hoping that this next round of patches fixes it, because god, it's such a integral part of the game. It's such an integral part of the game itself, such an integral part of the game world. And really, I do not at all mean this to sound ranty. I don't mean it to come off as, you know, like ranty or annoyed or anything like that. It's what I do want this to come across as is passionate about the game, and passionate about the fact that I want the multiplayer component of it to work. I want people to be able to, you know, go out and buy this game and jump into multiplayer with their friends and have a blast. I don't think that's too much to ask of a game like this. I think people should be able to just go to the store or go online and pick up SnowRunner, download it, download a few mods, and call up their friends and be like, hey, you want to play multiplayer? And then jump into a game. I think it should be that simple. I think it should literally be that simple, no questions asked. But unfortunately, on some systems, it's not that simple, and I think that that should be one of the #1 priorities of the development team, to get that fixed. Because if they get that fixed, I guarantee you the enjoyment factor of this game and the community impression of this game will go go up astronomically, because as time has gone on, and especially I've seen in the community ever since the release of Season 7, not quite sure what Season 7 did to the back end of the game, but ever since about Season 7, a lot of people started complaining about, multiplayer having reliability issues, multiplayer all of a sudden giving them random errors, or kicking them out, or disconnecting them from their friends, or giving them random, host error messages and things like that. And I think that, yes, new content should be a priority, but also making sure that the fundamental framework of your game is working properly should be at the utmost priority. Absolutely. But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.